What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so in this video here, we're going to be taking a look at both Gamora and Drax. I figure I'd just put both these uniforms in the same video because I'm actually not really planning on buying either of these, and it's not because of me thinking the uniforms look bad. It's just because I don't really have crystals right now, so I was going to save them. And since I don't really have the resources right now to awaken and transcend either of them, it's not really any point in getting the uniform. So here we have Gamora's Requiem uniform, which actually looks really nice. I do like this uniform. Mainly it's because I just really like the sword. I really like swords in general. So whenever a hero has a sword, they just look really badass to me, and I definitely would like to play that character. So that's kind of what I'm feeling here, that I would actually like to get this uniform just because of that big old sword that I'm seeing. But we'll see. Maybe I will end up getting it because I do have, I guess, technically enough to buy one uniform here. So yeah, we got the Skilled Assassin, Battle Cry, Most Dangerous Woman, all being changed. So that's Tier 2, 4-star, and Leadership. So big changes here because she definitely needed it, because even with this uniform, I mean, she's gotten 2 uniforms, both of them not great. Well, actually, both of them pretty horrible. So she's going to need a really big overhaul here. We have crit damage by 25%. We've got guaranteed dodge by 35%, and we have guaranteed crit rate by 30%. So those are some nice buffs from the uniform there. Definitely like that. So her tier 2 passive now is going to be, oh, it's a support for herself though. Interesting. So increased damage dealt to, supervillain and superheroes by 45%, and then increased skill damage by 45% and bonus damage by 35%. That's actually a huge buff right there. So yeah, a lot of damage increasing. We'll see if that actually does anything for her. And then her 4-star passive here. So when attacking, applies a bleed. Bleed and silence to the enemy. Interesting. Bleed can't be applied, of course, in World Boss Ultimate or Legend. First skill, no text on that. Second skill, got paralysis for 3 seconds. Okay. Third skill, we've got penetration with, is that everything? Super armor, barrier, shield, damage, immune, and invincibility. Yes, that is everything. And she gets invincibility, and she gets some accumulation here. Accumulate true damage dealt to the enemy. Fantastic. 1% of 1% for the 10,000. So we have a 100% attack increase. Very nice. Fourth skill, 60% penetration. So you have penetrate on 2 skills here. Okay. They last for 1 second, so I guess it's going to keep refreshing as this skill is going on, I'm assuming. This one is for 3 seconds, and then we have damage immunity for 5 seconds. We've got increase all basic attack by 35%. Okay. And then the 5th skill, 60% chance to miss applied to the enemy. That's kind of nice. It doesn't work in World Boss Legend, of course, but it's pretty nice in like Shadowland PvP if they don't have debuff immunity and that kind of stuff. We have a 15% heal. We've got all attack, all defense by 40%, speed by 1%, and crit rate by 40%. So she's definitely going to be maxed on crit rate. We've got 40% there, and then we've got, well, the 30% is guaranteed crit, so it is a little bit different, but yeah, it should not be difficult to max your crit rate. Let's go ahead and hop in here and see what the skills actually look like. And as you can see there, she does have the awakening skill. I think I mentioned that briefly at the start, but both her and Drax got an awakening skill, which is really nice. Very cool. So she throws the sword and then slashes them on the way back. Second skill. Got some sword aerial batics here, if I can speak. I can't really speak. Iframe at the start, but then it goes away. Third skill. What do we got? Really cool looking skill animation. This gives her invincibility or damage immunity? Invincibility, okay. That gives her the accumulation as well. 4th skill. Kind of reminds me of Odin's attacks right there, where he kind of does those slashes that just persist through the enemies like that. So that's pretty cool. 5th skill. Interesting. It looks like a combination of was that anti-venom when he kind of smashes the ground right there, and then kind of the slashes look exactly the same as Nightcrawler's 5th skill with his uniform, where it kind of does that slash on the ground and then you have the slashes come out of the sides. So cool looking skill animations. I don't see any of these skills really linking together though. You can't really can't really cancel the skills and get any of your effects. So yeah, you're going to be stuck letting the skills play out. So I'm not really sure. Is that going to make her... It's going to make her hard to play with a damage proc, right? Because what do you want to proc on? You want the accumulation from the third skill. And then what looks like it'll do better damage. The fourth skill gives you the all attack buff, right? Yeah, because the all attack buff, it gives you damage immunity, but you get invincibility from that. So I think you might want to do like 3, 4, and then 5. Just do something like that. Proc on 5. 181 hits, 4. Yeah, I think we want to proc on 5. If you're going to do it with the damage proc, maybe just do something like that. Or you can just stagger it. Do like 3 and then proc once on 4. Let that play out. Go into like 3, 1, and then, or yeah, then see if this comes back and then do 5 for the next rotation maybe. Anyway, that's just kind of what I'm thinking here. Let's see what the awakening skill looks like. All right, so hop over here. Got Drax without his uniform, so just got base Drax there. We got Starlurk shooting down stuff from Milano. Very nice. Okay, not bad. That looks pretty cool. So, yeah, it's going to be Gamora's new uniform here, her Requiem look. Again, it looks like the uniform's going to be a big buff for her. I'm not really sure how well it's going to work with a regular damage proc, because you can't really combine a lot of the skills. If the 5 hits really hard, or the 4 hits really hard, then yeah, it should work just fine. But it's another uniform that looks like you kind of want to rage to take the most advantage of it. But again, they probably want to do that for characters anyway to get you to splurge on the rages, on the CTPs of rage, which I'm definitely lacking on those. I'd like to pick up another one, so I may do or try to do that. If I don't get the uniform here, I'll use these crystals, do 2 chances. Well, not quite 2 chances. Let's get another 50 crystals here. 2 chances at the CTP of rage that's in rotation right now, which I don't know if that'd be better or not. So yeah, that's Gamora. Again, I think the uniform looks good, but I don't think it looks fantastic. The awakening skill is probably what's going to make or break it. Unless she just does a lot of raw damage on her skills, then it would definitely be worth it. But here we have Drax Classic, so he's kind of looking like a Skeletor here. Look at that purple and purple outfit with the skull right in the middle on the chest there. He's got the big old cape going on. So yeah, let's see what Drax is working with. So Drax, again, is getting everything changed. His tier 2 4-star and leadership. And then we've got Hide Self, decrease all basic damage received from superheroes and supervillains by 60%. Increase skill damage by 40%. So it's like the opposite of Gamora. Gamora got a damage increase against them, and Drax gets a damage reduction buff against them. So let's see here. 4-star or the tier 2 passive. We have decrease reflect of physical by 60%. Ignore dodge by 30%. That's really nice. Increase damage dealt to targets with the mockery. So that's very similar to Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel had that mockery effect going on. How does he apply the mockery? Let's see if we can find that out here. So when attacking, we get all attacking, or wait, no, this is applies to enemies. So decrease all attack by 10% per hit up to minus 30%. Decrease their resist up to 40%, and decrease their defense by up to 50%. And all of those ignore immunity. Well, except for the attack, it just says minus 30. The others actually say ignores immunity. Interesting. Okay. Nothing on the first skill. Second skill, we don't have anything. Third skill, here's the mockery. So apply to enemies. We have the stun, silence, mockery, forces them to focus on the caster. It doesn't say for how long, though. I'm assuming it's 4 seconds, since the stun and silence is 4 seconds, even though I think you'd want it to be more than 4 seconds. Alright, so forces opponent's attack cannot be removed with the remove all debuff effect. Oh yeah, that's right. So you can apply this to them even if they have debuff removal. Okay. Increase attack by 10%, but there is a 100% chance to not receive the super armor, barrier shield, all damage. Oh, is that all part of the... Oh, that's all part of the mockery. Alright, so the mockery lasts for 9 seconds. I did not remember that. So mockery makes it so they can't trigger their super armor, barrier, shield. all damage immunity and invincibility from their skills. That's actually really cool. I did not know that Mockery did that, but again, I guess only one other character had Mockery, and I don't use Blue Marvel, so I guess I never really read into it. That's actually pretty strong for PvP, huh? I wonder if he'll actually be really good in PvP. And then we have a 40% heal. We've got remove debuffs from himself, so that's really nice. And then the fourth skill, paralysis for 5 seconds. We got super armor. We have all defense by 40%. Got damage immunity for 6 seconds. All attack by 50%. All defense 30%. Speed by 10%. Okay. And the fifth skill, we've got stun, silence, 70% chance to penetrate everything. 6 seconds of invincibility. We've got all attack, all defense by 45%, speed 10%, crit rate by 20%. So Drax has got quite a few things going on here as well. He seems very PvP focused right here, especially from that Mockery, because you can't do Mockery on the world bosses. Or can you? I don't know how the Mockery mechanic works, but I'm assuming you can't, because you can't debuff any of the world bosses, or world boss legends. You can do that probably on regular world bosses like Cole or like world boss ultimate, I mean. Alright, so nothing, yeah, I'm not seeing anything too crazy there. Third skill. Oh, that's some nice AoE. Looks like there should be more of that skill. It just kind of tapers out right there. These are like a chest pump or something. Pop, pop. Like, bring it on. Fourth skill. I mean, it just looks like a basic combat type to me. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so he looks like a basic combat type. It's kind of what you get here. You just have these really single target focused attacks here. Not too much AoE. It's got a little bit going on, but not a ton. It's mainly on the fifth skill. So yeah, just all PvP, just one-on-one, bring it on. I'm gonna punch and slice you. And then the sixth, or the awakening skill, should be the same thing, right? Yeah. Same thing, except he's pounding on the ground like that instead of having Gamora with her sword emitting all that kind of energy and stuff from the ground. So overall, again, Drax looks very good for PvP from what I'm seeing here, especially if that Mockery seems really good if it will stop them from triggering their invincibility and damage immunity. So you're basically guaranteed to get damage through, which is really nice. So yeah, that is Drax. Again, I think he looks really good if you're going to be doing PvP. If you're going to be doing PvE, I mean, he just looks okay. He doesn't look great for PvP if I'm being honest here, but that's just because you can't really combine any skills. And that's the same impression I was getting from Gamora, even though her skill descriptions seem a lot more PvE orientated. It's just the skill animations themselves, since you can't really combine a lot of stuff, they don't seem as potent in terms of getting that DPS out when you need it in like World Boss Legend and stuff like that. But I could definitely be wrong with that, because there's definitely characters that, you know, just have skills that hit really, really hard. So just that one skill is going to have like 60% of your damage, 70% of your damage. So overall, I think the uniforms look good. If you like Drax and Gamora, I would definitely recommend these if you want to try out the character. However, in, you know, the current state of the game, I don't think they're going to be doing anything that, you know, one of your other units wouldn't be able to do for you. So mainly just if you like the characters, I would definitely go ahead and pick them up. If not, I mean, like I said, they're not going to be doing anything that you probably aren't doing currently in the game. They're not going to enable you to beat something better than you were before. They'll just be kind of fun characters to play with, and hey, they look pretty badass, so I'll take that as well. So that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.